like me, then you love makeup that enhances your features and makes you look like yourself, but better. And that is my go-to makeup look. It is not theatrical, it's not about a ton of colors. It's about being easy application and enhancement of your natural beauty. If you're a fan of that kind of look and want to know how I achieve that look, please keep watching because I am going to show you all my secrets, along with how I apply my eyeliner, not being able to see, and why I apply it that way, as well as how I fill in my bald eyebrows. Yes, I'm telling you all the dirty details. So if you're interested and you want to know, please keep watching. Because I'm going to be using my current favorite complexion product, the Wet n Wild Skin Tint, this one, the very new Niacinamide one, I am going to be priming my skin with an equally lightweight primer. This one just also happens to be from Wet n Wild. It's the 5-in-1 Essence Liquid Primer, and that's because this is a very lightweight liquid, so you don't want to add any texture to your skin by adding a thick layer of primer. You want to use something that's equally as lightweight and water-based. Like this is water-based and this is water-based. So this is the one I'm going to be using on my skin, and I'm going to shake it, and I'm just going to pat it on with my hand. Okay, I've let that set for a good minute or two, and now I'm going to go in with my skin tint. I'm using the Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint that I just reviewed, but I'm using a different color. I'm using the shade Medium because it's less yellow and looks better on my skin than the Amber Beige. I'll be able to use the Amber Beige in summer, but right now it's Medium. So that's the new color. And I'm going to apply it using this little beauty sponge because the easier the better, and this is one of the easiest ways to apply foundations. And you're going to apply this to the biggest areas of skin. So the cheeks, and spread it out, the chin, and spread it out. And then once you spread it out the way I have, like this is where the puff comes in. You're just going to now, because I wear glasses, I want the thinnest layer to be over my nose, which is why I'm using whatever I'm left on here to just kind of pat around my nose and mouth. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more, run a little bit down my neck, just a little bit around. So now that that's done, the next thing I'm going to do is apply color corrector. I had chemo, and since I finished my treatment, I have had extreme under eye circles, really dark, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just because I'm older and the skin gets thinner with age, and chemo causes changes in your body that affect your skin, and this is never going away. I always had dark circles. They're just really dark. So because I don't want to use a really heavy concealer, they're too thick, they're too goopy, I don't enjoy using them, I want my skin to look like skin, I'm going to color correct. And this is the best color corrector I've ever found, and it is cheap. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Peach. I'm not very dark, so orange is too dark for me. So I to apply some under my eyes. And because my under eye is creasy, naturally, it's always been, I don't have wrinkles, but I have a lot of creasing, natural creasing. I'm going to use this brush to blend in thin layer. Now the reason why I'm putting this on after that skin tint and not before is because that skin tint is liquidy, and the way it blends in, if I put it on before, this would just blend away and turn all my makeup orange. That's not what I want. And you can see that that has been lightened a lot by that peach corrector around my mouth and everywhere that I needed to be lightened. And now you want to use, I'm going to use a thin concealer. I'm using the Joah concealer in the shade Medium Tan. I find these run very light and they're highly pigmented, but the color range is on the lighter end. So this is their second to the darkest shade, and it is my exact color. So I'm going to dot this. So as you can see, my eyes and around my mouth, and I'm going to start blending that. And for my chin area, I'm going to use the same puff I used previously. See how natural that looks? That's what I'm going for. I love it. Now for my under eyes, I'm going to use a puff, but it's going to be one of these tiny little finger puffs like this. And now I'm going to do the lower lid, and this eye is darker than this one, the circle. So I'm going to start with this eye and pat this in really lightly. That's how you color correct using light products. I mean, I have very dark circles in that. Completely got rid of the discoloration. Isn't that great? Okay, so now I have some spots that I want to conceal, and I'm not going to use a brush or anything. I'm simply going to use a Q-tip. A Q-tip is a valuable color correcting tool. Complexion tool, believe it or not. You saturate the tip of the Q-tip with the product like this, and then let me show you with the freckle I have on my nose. I'm not sure you can see it, but I've got a freckle. One freckle in the center of my nose, and I'm going to dot. This isn't going to completely get rid of it, but it will make it look lighter. There we go. See? It's completely gone. And then I have some discoloration up here, some little age spots. So I'm going to cover those up. Now, the reason why I haven't powdered my face yet is because I was covering my circles, but also because it gives the concealer and products that I used around my eyes time to settle, because I'm going to show you how I take care of the creasing that I get under my eyes. Now, the two very lightweight products that I use will help with the creasing, keep it from being so thick and noticeable. So I am going to show you how I take care of the creasing with a Q-tip. And let me zoom you in. Can you see where the concealer has separated under my eyes? Now I'm going to use this And I'm going to place it in the creasing and just wipe the product, gently going up out of the creases on both eyes. When that's done, I'm going to set with my favorite powder. Because my products are moisturizing and I want my complexion products to stay on my face all day, I'm going to be using a moisturizing powder. This powder will mattify, but it won't dry out my makeup. If you've never used this powder or never heard of it, let me tell you about it right now. It is the Carslan face powder. This stuff is magic. It is a translucent powder. It has a couple of shades, but I have the translucent shade. It's white, and what you do is you turn it upside down, shake onto the puff. There we go, see? And then what I like to do is use the top, just smooth it out on the puff. Right there. I know some people use their hands. I don't like doing that. I like using this. And now, I'm going to put this on my face. Just powder my whole face. Okay. I forgot to put on my blush, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I do that before I powder my face. And I am using this blush by Focallure. It is the shade Stay High. It's so pretty. It's a shimmery shade. And I'm going to put some on my hand. Look at that shade. Now this shade has a sheen that is so pretty. And I'm going to use a sponge like this to blend. So I'm going to use a little bit at a time. Because I wear glasses, I know the trend right now is to place the blush right here, but that's where my glasses sit. And my lens would literally magnify the color. It would look disjointed and weird. So I'm going to apply my blush right here and blend it gently forward and gently back. You see? Isn't that pretty? See how it just kind of goes gently around the eyeglass frame? That's what you want when you wear glasses. And what I love about this blush is it's so nicely pigmented. It's not over pigmented like the Rare Beauty and some other pigmented liquid blushes. It's just enough that it's really hard to overdo it. See, softly diffused, beautiful, pretty color. Beautiful, beautiful shimmer blush. Okay, now I'm going to powder my entire face with that Carslan powder, and I will be right back. Okay, so my whole face has been powdered, and now I want to show you how I do my eyeliner, because I wear glasses, I am blind, and I cannot see without my glasses. Cannot see without my glasses at all. So I am going to show you how I do my eyeliner while wearing my glasses. For my eyeliner, I like to use a cream eyeliner, and I like the one from Joah de Fille. And I'm going to be using the shade Black. And I'm going to smoke it out with this product because I do not like a sharp, harsh line anywhere on my face. And this is a black eyeshadow. This is the one by Bepholan. And I will have everything linked below, so if you want to purchase these, you can. And I'm going to use those two products, plus an eyelash curler and mascara. So for this part, I like to use a teeny tiny eyeliner brush. And I take the brush and I rub it in the shadow. Get a lot on there. And then I take the cap and I rub the brush in the cap to smooth it out so there's no clumps. Now, with my eyeglasses on, let me turn. I'm going to do one eye on camera and the other one off. I'm going to look in the mirror with my eyeglasses on. And I'm going to draw a line from the corner of my eye toward the fold of my hood. So, not a very long line. Can you see that? Now from there, I'm going to close my eye, hold my pen out like this, and stamp along my lash line. Can you see? Now from there I'm going to open and I'm going to draw a little bit of a triangle and then fill it in. And I have a wing. Now I do not like leaving my wing like this. It's so sharp and it's kind of it shows all the wrinkles in my hood, my hooded eye. So I'm going to take another tiny little brush like this. And I'm going to load it up with my Bepholan powder, my black eyeshadow. Get a lot on there. Top off the excess. And again, with my glasses on, I'm going to look in my mirror and I'm going to start covering this in powder from the darkest part, which is right there next to my eye, right there. I'm going to start covering that with powder. Flip the wing and then work the rest of the powder into my lashes without poking myself and smoke it. See? Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm gonna do my other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, at this point, I do my eyebrows. So for this, I'm going to use this very flat, straight brush. My eyebrows fell out, and when I had chemo, and they have not really grown back, grew back very sparse. I used to have thick, beautiful eyebrows, but I like to use this gray powder to fill them in. And that's because my hair color is a cool black and my complexion is cool neutral. So a warm, glossy black is very, very dark on my skin. So I'm going to do one eyebrow on camera and the other one off. And what I like to do is start at the bottom of my eyebrows. And I wear my glasses when I do this too. I always wear my glasses, look in my mirror, and I draw with little strokes a line under my brow. And I add more powder as I need it. Just like that, there's a line, a very soft line under my brow. And then I take what's left from that and I very gently start filling in my brow like this, because there's a lot of holes in there. Then I go back and I darken where it blended out. And that's the first step. This eye is done. Not completely, but that's where I stop. Just at that point, right there. The tail is done, and that's all I want to do at this point. Now I'm going to do the other eye, and I will be ready to show you how I complete my eyebrows. Okay, so now both eyebrows are partially filled in, and what I like to do now is I take the tip of the brush, just the tip, and I dab it like this, and I'm going to make little brow strokes just like that at the front of my eyebrow. Do you see how that looks very natural? And then I'm going to do the other eye. And just because I like the tip very refined, just the tip. I don't like using this anywhere else but the tip. This is the NYX Grade Black brow pen, and I just use this at the tip because I don't like how bold it makes the strokes, but it does make the tip more defined. Okay, that is how I do my eyebrows. And then I go back and clean up the wings a little bit, and let me show you how I do that. So the eyeshadow doesn't give me the definition I want on the edge of my wing. It's really hard to do, so I use another little flat brush. This one's wider than the other one I use, and get the concealer off the tip of my puff, my concealer puff. Really saturate the tip of this brush. And I use my mirror, and again with my glasses on, I clean up. Both sides, so that gave it more definition, took away some of the eyeshadowing right there. And then I curl and put on mascara. I use one of these metal tipped mascara wands. This is the one by Niacinamide. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna use my magnifying mirror, I'm just gonna use this one. And what I love about this Niacinamide mascara wand is that it has no bristles. So I'm not going to poke myself in the eye with it, and I can get it really close to the base of my lashes. So I'm going to finish the rest of my mascara off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, so my eyes are done. That's the final look. It's a smoky diffused eyeliner, and I do like to use bronzer, but I don't use contour. And the reason I don't use contour is because I've yet to find one that actually works on my complexion. They're either too cool tone for fair skin, or they're orange. But I have this L'Oreal bronzer that I'm going to use kind of like a bronzer. And I'm going to use this big fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap it in to this. And I'm going to use it very wide and diffused. So, kind of like you would a bronzer, a contour. This is just very, very lightly on my ear, forward. See, just very slight. You don't want a lot. The forehead, I'm going to use a bit more. You see the difference between that side with the shadowing and that side without? You'll see it more. I'm gonna use my camera as a mirror. And you see? Very soft, natural. That's all I want. And I'm gonna use a little on my nose. And I'm gonna contour my nose with my glasses on. Show you what I'm doing. Putting the product on my finger, rubbing my two fingers together with the powder. And then I'm gonna start at the bottom here, go up until I touch the glasses. And come back down. That's it. That's it. Last is my lipstick color, which is the Bbia Le Tint in Magnolia. And that's basically it. But today I have this e.l.f. highlighter in iridescent, and I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. I'm going to show you that I put it here. And it's just very natural, just a little bit of a sheen, tiny bit on the tip. Again, it's very natural. And I want to put a little bit above my eyebrows. I don't put it here because this is there. That's shiny. So just a little bit here. See that? And here. And this natural, glowy, dewy, completely simple makeup. Easy application process. Okay, so please let me know by liking and subscribing that you enjoy this kind of makeup and this kind of beauty content from me. As always, my name is Mimi, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.